Well, many thanks indeed for staying with us. It's time to talk business. The federal government has set May 23 targets to meet the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries oil production quota of 1.8 million barrels per day. And Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Mr. Timipre Sylva, disclosed this after OPEC agreed to maintain its production cut among member countries to maintain market stability. The minister promised to improve security along the tracks of the major crude oil pipelines and block every leakage through which oil was stolen by thieves and pipeline vandals. Mr. Sylva also explained that the inability of Nigeria to meet the current OPEC quota is because a lot of producers decided not to inject into the pipelines as they were losing a lot of their production when they do so. Away from that sector, Nigeria's total merchandise trade has dropped by 1.24 trillion naira from 12.84 trillion naira in the second quarter of 2022 to 11.59 trillion naira in the third quarter of 2022. This is according to the Foreign Trade Goods Statistics Q3 2022 report released by the National Bureau of Statistics. This is as a result of a decline in crude oil exports, which fell from 5.91 trillion naira in Q2 2022 to 4.66 trillion naira in Q3 2022. Well, the MBS is also reporting that the total exports stood at 5.93 trillion naira, with a decline of 19.89% when compared to the second quarter of 2022. And total imports increased by 4.22% in the third quarter of 2022 when compared to the value recorded in the second quarter of 2022. To other stories now, the Nigerian Export Promotion Council is seeking support of industry players towards improved actualization of the country's non-oil export objectives. Well, the Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Dr. Ngeria, made this known at the conclusion of the Export Week, which saw non-oil export promotion engagements being intensified for greater effectiveness. Our correspondent, Lara Afolayan, tells us more.
The Export Week saw the official launch of an Export for Survival campaign, an exclusive meeting with youths and women, as well as an Export for Survival work. All work and no place popularly described as making Jack a dull boy. The Export Week's activities are now being rounded off here with an evening of fun with various stakeholders.
Our nation has benefited immensely from the business activities of exporters, potential exporters, and MSMEs in diverse sectors of the economy, including agriculture, solid minerals, manufacturing, and services, among others.
Not just past and present heads of the NEPC are here, but non-oil exporters and even players in the Nollywood industry who have already identified with the non-oil export campaign are here as well. Non-oil exporters who have shown clear commitment to the NEPC's vision are recognized for their exemplary efforts.
So I want to specifically acknowledge the contributions of past executive directors or CEOs of Nigerian Export Promotion Council. Having had a rare opportunity of working closely with all the former executive directors here present, I can tell you clearly that they sacrificed their all to make the NEPC what it is today.
The awardees, obviously glad about this gesture, seek that the export promotion authorities intensify existing strategies for even greater success in actualizing the country's vision of a future without oil. Lara Afolayan, TBC News, Abuja.